We all are guilty of letting life slip right through our fingertips. We don't do a good enough job planning. And we think that by keeping our schedule open for spontaneous events, that is what's going to fulfill us most. But stop right there, because this is the truth. If you don't plan out your life fills up with other people's plans. And we cannot have that. I am gonna share with you 3 very easy and free tools that you can use to make your year the most epic year you've ever had and continue every year following. Obviously, you see this big ass calendar behind me. This is not necessary for what I'm about to tell you, but this is a very important tool that I have come to love, absolutely adore this calendar, and I attribute my entire year being so amazing because of this. For the 3 rules, we're going to go from less intricate to most intricate, because the last one is going to be very important, and that is going to be the thing that defines your entire year. Starting with number 1, the first thing that you want to do to start your new year is pick 4 new habits. We're gonna do 4 new habits over the course of the year. So that means 1 habit per quarter. Don't know if you could actually see it, but I have mine written here. What is it? Oh, dishes are clean immediately after I'm done using them. I have such a bad habit of leaving all of my dishes in the sink, and then I don't do it. The next day comes around, I wake up to piles of dishes in my sink. It's the worst feeling. So I just wanted to nip that at the butt. Other habits could include drinking a gallon of water a day, getting 10,000 steps every day, meditating 10 minutes before I wake up, reading 15 pages a day. The whole point of this is so you can have an epic year and you can also better yourself. We just went over the first rule, which is adding 4 new habits to your year, 1 habit per quarter. Rule number 2 is a fun one. 6 adventures. Don't think that you have to pay for any of these adventures. This could be driving around the corner to a new farm stand. This could be as big or as small as you want. My first adventure this year was to go to St. Martin and scuba dive for the first time. Well, let me just tell you something. I went to St. Martin on January 4th. I loved it so much that I went back on January 27th, and then I loved that so much, and I'm now going back again at the end of March. Now I am a certified PADI scuba diver, and I'm going back to get my advanced certification, all because I took 1 leap of faith and did something that I normally wouldn't do. And this is the point of the adventures. The point of the adventures is that you see new things, you try things that you haven't tried before, and you meet new people and you get new experiences. I have another adventure coming up at the end of February that I'm going to Chicago for the first time to visit my roommate from JMU. Again, these could be as little or as big as you want them to be, putting in as much or as little money as you want. You could go to a pottery class. You could go to an open mic. You could go to a country that you've never visited before. Just something that you normally wouldn't do 6 times. Technically, it's supposed to be once every other month. For me and my schedule, which I will get to in a second, all of these greens are work obligations that I have. So I have to front load and backload my adventures because during the months of May to early September, I will be singing basically 4 to 5 nights a week, and I won't really have time to go on an extensive adventure, obviously, like I have been doing. We have now covered that we have 4 new habits, we have 6 adventures, and now there's one last thing that we have to do, and it is called a misogi. A misogi is a year-defining event. It should affect all other 364 days of your year. It should be something that you could not do tomorrow if you wanted to. You have to be able to work for it. You have to have a 50% chance of failing, and it should scare you to say it out loud. So those are 3 general rules of thumb when choosing a misogi. So some examples could be running your first half marathon or full marathon, whatever is in your wheelhouse, backpacking for a week somewhere. This could be physical, mental, emotional. It could be a retreat. It could be a silent retreat. It could be fighting in a boxing match. It could be writing a song and performing it live, which is similar to what I'm doing. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but the other half of me is musician and I am a singer, so I I do a lot of gigging during the year, and then I also have my original projects. So for my misogi this year, I decided that I wanted to put together an original project of 6 songs, so like a small EP, and then also pair it with a release party where I will perform it live with a band. That will happen down here. Here is my EP release date, and then here is my release party show. Your misogi should be something that you could look back on and say, oh, in the year 2026, I did this. Oh, in the year 2024, I did this. Just to recap, you now have 4 new habits, 6 adventures, and you also have 1 big year-defining event. So far, we are right here, and I feel literally amazing. I am overwhelmed with gratitude and appreciation for this earth, this life, the support that I have, and the ability to be able to do all of these things. It gives me something to look forward to. It gives me something to work for. It gives me a sense of accountability and discipline. And I can't say enough great things about these 3 simple rules to incorporate into your year. I would like to give full and entire credit to Jesse Itzler for these rules and these mechanisms and these tools, because him and Taylor Prokes, if you don't know who they are, please look them up. They have made this amazing calendar. All of what I'm saying is originally founded by him. I am just a vessel for this information and showing you how I personally have used this calendar to my advantage and how amazing it actually is. Okay, if that's all you needed from this video, you can scroll along now, but I'm going to get into this calendar, which has helped me so much with incorporating these 3 rules into my life. As you can see here, this is a big ass calendar. You have the calendar of 2026. The entire year is in front of you. Okay, so you have all the months going down January through December, and then all the days going across. If you can see, the blue shading is for the weekends. This is a dry erase poster that comes with these sticky notes. You can see here are this size. Because there's so many things that I have to do, I wound up cutting my green ones into 5. And actually, I have so much going on that I just ordered more, but this is the current status of my green paper. So how do you use the calendar? Well, it just puts a lot of things into perspective when you can see the entire year at a glance. So remember when I told you about how my misogi was an EP release party and the EP, I had to think, okay, well, where is this gonna come? When is this gonna come out? Where am I gonna have it? In my mind, I'm thinking, I know the music industry shuts down once every year and I wanna kind of plan it to go around that. So I picked the EP release would come out on Thursday, October 15th, and then give people some time to digest it because obviously they need to be singing my lyrics at my show. I would have the release party on the 22nd. Now that I have this locked in on my calendar, I now know that I need to have 6 songs by this time. And I now know that I have to work all of these dates. I'm giving myself a general idea of how and when I need to work in between to make sure that I have everything ready and uploaded by this time. So we can backtrack from here and figure out where we need to hit each milestone, which is so incredibly helpful. I also thought to myself, oh, you're having a release party. Well, obviously you need to have it somewhere. So my gears start turning immediately. I'm staring at it. I'm looking at this release show. I've said it out loud. I'm releasing an album and I'm putting a show on. You must do this. I started making calls. I started writing emails about the potential venues that I wanted to have my event at. Obviously, it's not even until October, but what we don't understand is that time will catch up to us. And if you don't plan your year, other people will plan it for you. We're done with that in 2026. We put that in the trash of last year. So, based off of my misogi, all of my misogi related things are in the color purple. So I know that I have to record these days. I know that I have to upload my first single of the year on this day. So if you're running a marathon, you know that you're gonna have to be able to run 10 miles straight by X date. You know that. You have to have that in your calendar. Everything in this corally color is related to my adventures. As you can see from the 4th to the 9th, I had my first adventure, which was St. Martin. I then Loved it so much, scuba diving, that I wanted to go back and get my open water certification. I did that. My next adventure, I knew that I wanted to go to Chicago, and I have a friend that lives there. Whatever color you want, so on and so forth. I put the start, I put the end, and then I put arrows in between. Moving on to orange. Orange is for, personally, just like days that I need to have in my calendar for other people's events. So I'm having a friend's dinner on the 16th. I had my friend's baby shower on the 18th of January. I have my cousin's bachelorette party at the end of May. So these are like other people's / obligations that I have on my calendar so I can see it. Oh, and then the last color I have over here, which is my mom's birthday. So that could be any special day that you want to remember, birthdays, celebrations, whatever. Obviously, these colors are completely up to you. You can choose what color is for what, but it's such a great way to be able to visualize everything in front of you. Last but not least, all of these greens are gigs that I have. There's a lot that's already on our calendar, but since I've done this class, we have added more to our calendar. I find this so helpful for me, instead of looking at my phone and trying to scroll through the months, and I can't tell you if did I forget to put it in my calendar, whatever. I'm so diligent with this. If I go somewhere for a weekend or if I go on a trip, I take a picture of this before I leave, and then I go in case something comes up and I need to give someone an answer on if I'm gonna be an attendee or not. You just never know what's gonna come up, and that's the point, but also the same / more important point is that you have stuff to do for you, because this is your life. You are the only one that is with you for 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I get so passionate about talking about this because I've tasted how sweet it is to actually have a great plan implemented in my own life. I feel like I'm always watching other people do great things or succeed, or I'm watching other people plan their life out and get the things that they want. Now I'm doing it. I'm looking at it, I'm seeing it, I'm living it. I write it down, I go and I grab it, and that is something that every single person watching this, or just in general, can also do. If you like this calendar, I do have it linked below. There is a discount code that it should automatically apply. If it doesn't, the code is Adriana Orsini. I'll link it right here. I'll also write it in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, I would love a follow. I would love a like. Please share this with your friends. This is one of the best tools that I've ever had in my life. It's good for any age. It's never too late to start. Happy planning and enjoy the hell out of your life.